home of the Miami Hurricanes.
As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hurricanes will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Virginia's offense will take the first swing of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Cavaliers are in the hurry-up. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program is because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Canes look to do some damage in the red zone. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Carr. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on second down. Rides the back on the option to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He fires to the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders. Right.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're dealing with a second and long. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. He's looking to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
So now it's second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Extending the play. QB got it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Pocket breaking down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Sends him back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And some room to work.
Returner brings it out to the 42. And your Miami Hurricanes will take over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air on second down. Going for the big play. Intercepted to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
To the air on first down. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him. And
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the tight end. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Cavaliers will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. The give. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. He's up to 81 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding...
Looking deep. He's got it. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
That makes the score Miami 37, Virginia.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Virginia offense will take over.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Stokes. He just has a way of finding those creases as he gets out to the 15. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Makes the grab close to the logo. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Cavaliers in the hurry up. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's caught. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Wants to throw it. Got the back over the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the outside. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's still running after the move. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It's Braswell. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll put in play from the 41 on 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cage. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Find some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Unloads to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Release to the back. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Stokes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Gets it out quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Now he's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Quickly complete. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Powers through the defender. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
The Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking for a crease. It's Pringle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Or is that just a fart? What is it? Oh, just a fart. It's okay. I love seeing your cheeks, your nose, your chin, your lips, and your ears. What's wrong? You're hungry? Okay. Let's go make your food, okay? Let's see. Hold on.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5.
The return is brought down at the 24. And the Virginia...
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why...
Touchdown, Hurricane! Stealing a score on special teams. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes I just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Cavaliers will call on their punt. It's blocked! Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And you got to get penetration right away on these punt blocks. They get penetration, get in the backfield, get right in the punter's lap, get their hands on it, and then guess what? Now it's a live football. They scoop it up. They take it all the way back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. As if it weren't a big enough play just to block the punt. They scooped it up, put it in the house, and man, oh man, did they give their team some energy. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hicks. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They want that clock to run. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Canes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Oops.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Hurricanes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hurley. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Making side adjustments here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they turn it into a defensive score. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Matt, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's a throw downfield late. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.